So what we're going to discuss tonight in the first half of the episode, or probably even more, is follow your passion versus find something that you're good at, become great at it, and you will become passionate about it and focus on that. So, Murray, what are your thoughts? Does this sound contradictory to you, or can these two things exist together?
Maybe I had gotten to go do the music thing and be in bands and all that, and then I'd be looking back going, well, maybe I'm not quite as financially stable, or, because I was on the road so much, I had never settled down and had a family. Or, now that I have those things, I keep looking back on it and saying, everyone warned me not to turn, music into my day job or whatever was going to support me in life, because when those hard times come, things are going to go south. You're going to start blaming music for that, and then you're going to hate it. I was like, well, I can always have the music, the bands as like a side hustle, or just, a hobby, a major hobby, a big project, and also do something else to support me financially, or, whatever I needed to do to just take those next steps in life. And so I don't have the answers. I'm going to tell you right now, this is more of just a discussion. We'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Make sure to put it in the comments.
I don't necessarily think there's as big of contradiction there as it may seem, because I feel like I am following my passion, but it's something that I became passionate about because I put in so much work into it that I became great at it, and I take a lot of meaning from doing it. So I think it doesn't necessarily have to contradict is what I'm getting at. I have other options of things that I can do, things that I'm extremely good at that I can make a lot more money with in a lot shorter period of time. But I look at the long game, and I'll be honest with you guys. So one hand, as an attorney, I can start a private practice right now, and I can make really good money, especially in the town that I live in by doing that. Here's the problem. I'll have to do criminal defense. I'm a career prosecutor, and I have this dream of starting and running a company that trains law enforcement. I can't do both. Once I become a criminal defense attorney, I'm now the enemy. So it's been a struggle for me to determine, what do I want to do? Am I ready to make the move into private practice, or do I continue the path in the law enforcement training? I have decided, after a long thought, that I am going to continue the path on the law enforcement training, because I do love it. I am passionate about it. And I think long term, it's something that would give me more fulfillment than if I made quick money right now.
And maybe passion is the wrong word. Make sure you're driven enough by what you're doing that you're going to be able to overcome those tough days, because there's going to be plenty of tough days.
Yes.
And then I think specifically, maybe to help you with the decision, and I know people who have already quote unquote made it say this a lot, so it's a lot easier for them to say. But when you come up against these life decisions, they always say, make the decision as if it didn't depend on money. Take money off the table. What would your decision be? And that's really what you should go to.
If I would have to pick a camp that I'm in, I really think that I am more in this camp now of find something you're good at, become great at it, and it'll create a passion for you. And I don't think that necessarily contradicts, like I said earlier, with the idea of follow your passion. But I think I'm more in this camp than I am with just, if you love baseball, so go start doing a podcast about breaking down baseball stats and teams and talking about stuff like that. I think a little more towards this camp now. Where are you at in this debate? Which one do you find yourself gravitating towards?
So I still gravitate just slightly more towards the passion side, but I'm still, 80% with you. Like, I think there's a lot of overlap between what you and I are saying. But maybe it's because I've gotten lucky and got to do some of those things that I'm passionate about, at least just as like strong hobbies, or I got to spend enough time in there where I'm like, okay, I now want to try something new. I know that I can make this passion work to a certain extent that I'd probably be happy with. So I'm leaning towards that, but I would say only enough to keep me going during the hard times. Like, right. I'm still there that you have to make sense out of what you're going after. How do you make the passion work for you?
Great. Well, I don't know. I don't know if we really solved anything, or it's a great debate.
We left the audience with more questions than anything.
It's a great debate.